Dear students of higher secondary level, hopefully you are doing well. I am Siddhartha Shankar, an assistant professor in English in Government Haroganga College, Munshiganj. You are welcome to the session. Today our topic is voice, and today we will learn why do we use active voice and when do we use passive voice, and the necessity of using passive voice. We will also learn how we can change the active voice into a passive voice. So dear students, let's go to the discussion. Now the question is, why do we use passive? Passive, what is passive? Sometimes the subject in the sentence is inactive and the subject doesn't do the action of the verb directly, and those sentences are called passive voice. Now the question is, why do we use passive? See the answer. First of all, you don't want to say who or what did the action. That means you want to hide the doer. Who did the action you don't want to mention. In that case, we use passive voice. Again, you don't know who did the action. That means the doer or the performer is unknown to you. In that case, we also use passive voice. Again, sometimes when the object is the most important or interesting part of the sentence, sometimes we will find that the object is the most important part of the sentence. In that case, we don't give much more important on the subject and we use the pattern passive, the passive voice. We use passive voice to change the focus of the sentence. That means we want to give importance on the object, or we don't want to give importance on the doer or the performer. In that case, we use passive voice. That means we want to change the focus of a sentence. So therefore, in these cases, we use passive voice, and in English language we frequently use it. And in your syllabus entitled the transformation of sentence, we face this topic, that is voice change, and sometimes we have to change the sentence from active to passive and sometimes from passive to active. So we are going to discuss elaborately the some rules of changing voice from active to passive or from passive to active. Uh, Now, before changing from active to passive, we must understand what is a passive voice. Uh, what is a passive voice, and at the same time, we have to know what is an active voice. We have to understand about the structure of both of these type of sentences. See the example. The children ate the cake. Here, what are the components of the sentences? In most of the cases, the subject, then we use verb, and then object. And in my previous session, I discussed elaborately on verbs, and about transitive verb and intransitive verb. And the verbs that bears an object is called an transitive verb. And in the case of changing voice, the verb must be transitive, because intransitive verb cannot be changed into passive voice. And you see that subject, the children ate the cake. Now how do we get an object? We get an object by asking question to the verb. If we uh, ask the question using who or what, who, whom, or what, then the answer is basically the object. For in this sentence, if we ask a question like this, what did the children eat? The answer is the cake, and therefore the cake is the object. And in this sentence, the children ate the cake. Who ate the cake? The children. The subject is the doer or the act or the performer. That means the subject took part in the action, and therefore this is an active sentence because the subject is active, and the subject, the children, they took part in the action and they are responsible to eat the cake, and therefore this is an active sentence. uh, and here you see the subject does the action to the object. uh, but you don't know who ate the cake. So for example, you went outside keeping a cake on the table, but after coming back you found that the cake is not there, or it has been already eaten. That means you don't know who ate the cake. That means the eater or the performer or the doer is unknown to you. In that case, we will use passive voice. See, the cake was eaten by somebody. Now, the fact is that you wanted to see the cake on the table, but you didn't find it. And now, the importance should be given on the cake, not on the doer or the performer who ate it, because you don't know who ate it. So, in this case, we have to use the passive form. The cake was eaten by somebody. So why did we use passive voice in this case? Because passive voice has been used because we don't know who ate the cake. And in this case the object is the most important than the subject, because the subject is unknown to you, or you want to hide the subject, or you don't want to mention who ate the cake, and therefore the object is more important than the subject. In our daily life, you see in some cases we use this passive voice, and you see that the journalists use passive voice because they don't know who did the action. Because in the report, in the newspaper report, we will find objective reports, because the reporter is not sure about the doer or who took part in the action, and the journalist of course use the passive form. And in scientific reports and legal documents, the passive form is used because the information has to be objective. And you see an example. This is a newspaper report. You see 3 people were killed and another 3 were injured in the accident. Actually, the reporter is giving importance on the incident. That means people were killed and 3 people were injured, and the newspaper readers also they also think about this, that how many people got injured or how many people died in the accident, and this part should be given importance. Therefore the newspaper reports are objective reports. A newspaper reporter, they often use that passive form in writing reports, and the scientists also use that passive form. In legal documents the passive form is used. Now we are going to learn the structure of passive voice. The most important thing is that how we can recognize a passive voice. You see, the be verb followed by the past participle, that means verb 3. And in the passive sentence we will always use a form of be verb, and the be verb is the base form of be verb, and the present form of be verb is am, is, are. The past form of be verb is was, were, and the past participle form of be verb is been, and we can use ing form, that is be plus ing, being. So these are the forms of be verb, and in a passive sentence we always use a be verb, and after that be verb we use the past participle form of the main verb or the verb 3. So this should be kept in mind, that we should use be verb in to make a passive voice, and after the be verb we must use the past participle form of the base verb. Now let's move to my previous example, that is the children ate the cake, because here you know the subject is the children, ate is the verb, and it is of course a transitive verb because the cake is here an object. Now we are going to learn 6 attempts to make a passive voice. We have to go through 6 steps, and if we follow those 6 steps we will be able to make an active, transform an active sentence to a passive sentence. What is the step 1? The first step is identify the subject, the verb and the object. So in this sentence, in that example, you see the children is the subject, ate is the verb, and the cake is the object. That means subject, verb and object has been identified here. So this is step 1 and a very important step. Now see the step 2. Move the object to become the new subject of the sentence, because we are not giving importance on the performer or the doer, rather we are giving importance on the object. Therefore the object will be the subject in the passive sentence. So this is the step 2, move the object to become the new subject of the sentence. Now the step 3, what is the tense of the verb in the active sentence? This is very important. We have to recognize the tense. We know in English we have 3 types of tenses, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. And you know each type of tense can be classified into 4 types, that is indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Therefore we get 12 tenses in English grammar. And you know, you dear students, you have to build a very good idea about tenses to learn voice. Therefore in the sentence we have to recognize the tense. What is the tense? And you know, in the example the tense is subject, it is the past form of the verb. That means that is a past indefinite tense. So the children ate the cake, that is past indefinite tense. So this is the step 3. We have to recognize the tense. Now conjugate the verb be. This is step 4. Conjugate means according to the tense we have to use the form of verb be, and in present tense, in present indefinite tense we use am is a, in past indefinite tense we use was were, and in future indefinite tense we use shall be or will be. And you know, in present continuous tense we use was being, or was being, is being, am being or are being. In past continuous tense we use were being or was being, and in future continuous tense shall be being or will be being. So this is basically the conjugation of be verb according to the tense, and we have to learn those, how to conjugate the verb be verb according to tense. The step 5 is add verb 3 of the main verb after be verb, and this is, you know, the basic thing of making a passive voice. That means the be verb followed by the past participle. So therefore after the be verb we will use the past participle form of the verb. Now the step 6, and in step 6 the question is what will be happen to the subject. Now, what will we do with the subject? The answer is the subject will become the object of the sentence, and in this case we will use by or any other preposition according to the rule of preposition, and then we will use the objective form of the subject. That means the subject will become the object of the sentence, and these are the 6 steps of making an active sentence to passive sentence. This is how we can transform an active voice into a passive voice. So dear students, you are requested to note these 6 steps to ensure uh, the changing, this type of changing. Therefore you will be able to um, change this any active sentences into passive sentences, and to for making any active voice from passive, this is just the vice versa. That means just the opposite of this rule. Therefore you have to keep in mind these 6 steps. Now see the example, and let's see whether the example has been done accurately or not. You see, the active voice was the children ate the cake. Now the passive is the cake was eaten by the children. According to the first step, we identified the subject, verb and object, and the object in the second step, the object has become the subject. That means the cake has become the subject. In the third steps, we have recognized the tense, that is past indefinite tense, and in past indefinite tense, according to the fourth step, we have used be verb, that is was past form of the verb, and then past participle form has been used after the be verb. And according to the sixth step, the subject, the children, has been used as an object of this sentence, and before that object we have used one preposition, that is by. So the answer is the cake was eaten by the children. This is the passive voice. Now let's learn some more passive expressions. See the first sentence: my mother bore me on June 6, 1984. But this sentence is not correct. That is an incorrect sentence, because in this case, when someone take birth or when someone is born, we always use the passive form of a sentence, and therefore the first example is basically a wrong sentence. Rather, in this case, we will use the passive form. The passive form is I was born on June 6, 1984. You see, people call him Korim. No, this is a wrong sentence, because in this case we should give importance on the person and on the name. And you see, we should use he is called Korim or he is named Korim, not people call him Korim. See another sentence: the letter was written by the secretary. Here secretary is not important. You got one letter, and the thing that is written in the letter is very much important to you. Therefore you are giving importance on the content of the letter. Therefore we should use the passive form. The letter was written by the secretary. Here who has written it is not important, rather the content of the letter is important to us. And you see, Aparajita was directed by Satyajit Ray. So you watched one movie, Aparajita. You enjoyed the movie, and you can now you are giving importance on the film, not on the director of the movie. you are not giving importance on Satyajit Ray, rather you are giving importance on the name of the movie. Therefore, the subject has been used here, that Aparajita, and you see this is a passive voice. Was directed, was is the be verb, and directed is the past participle form of the verb. That means this is a passive voice. See another example, the national anthem was sung by Sangit Chakra. National anthem in any function, national anthem was sung, and this is very important. The national anthem was sung there. So, who presented it, or who sang this national anthem? This is not important. Rather, we are giving importance on the national anthem, and this is a passive sentence. You see, the national anthem was sung by Sangit Chakra. Sangit Chakra did it, but we are not giving importance on the doer. Rather, we are giving importance what happened actually. Therefore, the subject is national anthem here. Now let's practice some more thing, some more example, because you know practicing will make you perfect. Let's see some more examples. Some examples are here. I will go through those examples, and you dear students, you are requested to copy it in your exercise book, and you please try to write the answer, and if possible you can comment it in the comment box. So see the first example. Someone has stolen my neighbor's car. Someone has stolen my neighbor's car. You see that the subject is someone, that means the person who stole it, he is unnamed, because the speaker don't know who stole the car. And you see here has and then verb 3, this is a active sentence, and here you see has stolen, because after has verb to have we use past participle form of the verb, and this is basically present perfect tense. And you see in this case you don't know who stole the car, therefore it is better we will give importance on the stealing of the car, that means neighbor's car, and that would be the subject of this sentence. Now we have to make this sentence a passive sentence. So what will be the answer? Here the object is my neighbor's car, so this one will become on a subject. So the answer is my neighbor's car has been stolen by someone, or my neighbor's car has been stolen. Up to this, if you finish this sentence, the answer will be okay. All right. See, Hilsa fish satisfies the Bengali people. Hilsa fish satisfies the Bengali people. This is a present indefinite tense, and you know whom does Hilsa fish satisfy? The answer is the Bengali people. So if we make it a passive voice, then the Bengali people will become the subject. So the answer is the Bengali people are satisfied with Hilsa fish. The Bengali people are satisfied with Hilsa fish. That means after satisfy we use the preposition with. So here we will not use by. It is agreed to change the car. It is agreed to change the car. So can you guess in which form does this sentence belong to? It is in passive sentence, because you see the be verb is has been used, and after the be verb the past participle form has been used. So this is a passive sentence. Now we can transform it into an active sentence. So what will be the answer? It is agreed to change the car. So he agrees to change the car. It is agreed by him. This portion is absent here. It is agreed by him to change the car. So by him or by somebody or by Jamal, so in that case we will gaze one subject. So here we can gaze he agrees to change the car. He told us not to smoke. So here you see, who told him? Answer is us. So us is the object. So we can easily make it a passive voice. We were told by him not to smoke. Once a cook roasted a duck for his master, and you know this is one active sentence because no be verb is there, and this is of course a past indefinite tense, and here the object is a duck. And dear students, of course you know how to make it a passive voice. You are requested to do it yourself and write it in the comment box. Both theories were disapproved. Here you see, where disapproved, be plus verb 3, that means this is in passive voice, and you know the where or the past form of be verb has been used, that means this is in past indefinite tense. Now how can we do it a passive voice? I think you know it better now, and you will do it yourself and you will make it type it in the comment box. Here you see the another example. He was typing a letter. He was typing a letter. This is past continuous tense, and you know in past continuous tense we use was being or were being and then past participle form of the verb to make it passive. So you do it. You try to do it. They have sold their old car. This is, you know, which tense does it belong to? You try to gaze and please try to do yourself, and you know I think you will able to understand in which voice does this sentence belong to. So dear student, this is basically one very introductory class on voice, and today I have discussed on the necessity of using active voice and especially the necessity of using passive voice. And dear students, hopefully you have understood what I have discussed so far. And you know, beside this there are some more rules. You know that we in English grammar we have 5 types of sentences according to meaning, that is assertive sentence, interrogative, imperative, optative and exclamatory. And you know in these sentences you will find individual rules to make from active to passive. And you know in simple we have also, according to a structure, we have also 3 types of sentences like simple, complex and compound. And in those cases we will find separate rules to make from active to passive. And in my later classes we will discuss on those rules, and hopefully dear students, we will keep connected with me, and you will be able to understand some more about changing voice. I wish your good health. Please stay safe and sound. So this is all for today. Thank you.